I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger while traveling through this world of woe. There is no sickness, toil, or danger in that bright world to which I go. I'm going there to see my Father. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm just a going over Jordan. I'm just a going over home.
God forbid I have my fucking cinematic intro, man. God forbid I have a cinematic intro. Let's see. Fuck. Okay. All right. Oh. Fuck, man. God forbid I have a cinematic intro. What's going on? What's going on? Dude, the Shaw and Rabbit were shook, man. I casually said that I heard the Del Lobos were coming back. Shaw and Rabbit were shook, man. They immediately went out to the desert. The Del Lobos are no joke, man. I like that guy's outfit. The Del Lobos are no joke, man. I casually say that I heard that. All of a sudden, we're riding out into the desert, man. What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? New music. Oh, somebody got hit. You see that?
Right there, partner? You all right, partner?
You ever get bumped into by someone who just won't stop their horn?
Many a time. Aside from
Yes.
that, is you all right, Miss McFarland?
I'm okay.
That's good to hear.
I'm trying to be safe. Apparently there's a crazy murderer fella about.
There's a crazy murderer about. I haven't heard about that. I just came out from Armadillo Way. I haven't had time to catch up on my crazy murderers.
Yeah, apparently there's a fella running around on his own and sent out some telegrams and stuff, taunting you law folk. The last one he sent was from Blackwater. He started sending one in Strawberry.
Oh, there's many folk that try to cause the law grief. I wish I could tell you this is a
Different.
lone incident.
Please tell me you didn't see me crash into that horse.
I saw you get up from the ground.
Okay, you didn't see my sick flip. I appreciate that.
Oh, well, now I feel as if I missed out on something quite spectacular.
It is not as graceful as I would have hoped. But how you been? Things been okay?
I've been conflicted.
Conflicted?
That's right.
Why's that?
I've been conflicted because I'm stationed out west and I promised a few folk down in Armadillo I'd help them with a few things, but it seems as if there's a lot of factors and a lot of people trying to keep me away from my obligations. Both of the unlawful and lawful variety. I apologize if my story didn't interest you
No,
so
listen.
much as you were gonna murder me in cold blood. Oh my God!
It's just spooked off. You okay?
I'm all right. Just didn't expect that.
Yeah, they like to be behind the house. Sometimes they get in the house and it scares the fuck out of me.
I've been meaning to ask, Miss McFarland, how I'd be able to get a train sanctioned for out west.
As in, for something big or just having trains out west more regularly?
Not something too big. I intend on bringing some water down to Armadillo. I was gonna do it by cart, you see, but I ran into some trouble with the 10-tongue outlaw gang. I figured a train might be a bigger deterrent for these folk.
Well, if you telegram me a possible date and time you want to do this, I run trains out here whenever I so please, as long as they are good maintenance wise. So you just let me know.
All right, how would I get in contact with you?
My telegram number, huh?
Wouldn't it be better if I just came down here and left you a note on your door?
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, I got a note. You know the little station over there. That
Right.
post right by the station, the very light brown one. I have a note on that that says whenever there's a ribbon tied around the post, I've got a train out on the line out west. So if
That's
if
cool.
I'm not about the house and you don't feel right leaving something at the house, people barely check that fucking station. It's kind of rare for trains to be out this way, and it's kind of makes me sad. I gotta bring more trains out this way.
Well, I'll speak with Mr. Moon and I'll be able to get you a date and time. That'd be very much appreciated with your help.
I think that'll be perfect. Also, let me know if you need like, would you need like barrels of water? Is that what you're trying to transport? Like, what's?
Well, we had a
Just
cart.
give me the general capacity that you need.
We had a cart with some barrels of water on strapped on top. However, because we ran into that outlaw gang, I had to leave the cart somewhere off the property, just about that way. So if no one's gone down and destroyed it or stole it for some reason, it would just require me to grab a couple folk, load the barrels on the train, which hopefully will be right there.
Well, I think that'll be perfect. I could definitely get something that'd be a little easier. We got some of those ones that got the open platforms, the open carts. Much easier to get a barrel on with them. You can practically roll them off of a wagon onto there.
Well, that sounds mighty fine, Miss McFarland. I'll speak to Mr. Moon. I'll get you that note soon, I promise.
Yeah, you keep me updated on that.
Have a lovely evening.
Take it easy, man.
All right. So we contact her and we get a train set up. I would need a date and I would need to get people to help me. What's going on, everybody? Velcro, Thugcats, Blackjack, Bob, Fly Paste. What's going on, guys? We have to follow up with the stream title. A man's life for 500 pesos, man. We have to follow up with that. So if you guys didn't see, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, we ran into Tommy Bell, and Tommy Bell got into some trouble with some group in Saint Denis, right? I don't know if they're necessarily the Chenzos, because it's Joey, and I don't know what family Joey's in, and I don't want to just lump every mafia guy into the DiCenzos, man, because they're like supposed to be separate, right? They're like not the same. They're like supposed to be separate entities. But we have to be careful, man. Shmoo! We have to be... I saw you coming up from the ground. I didn't see the flip. I heard the crash, and I turned around. Let me think. What am I going to say? I need to speak to Malone. I would love to speak to this guy about it. Coyote. Because it's related to the other thing. But I would love to speak to Sheriff Malone to see how he thinks it should go. Because the problem is right now, man, we arrest this guy, we get him in the cells for 40 minutes, 45 minutes tops, and then he's out by the time we're done questioning him. He's fucking out and he goes and immediately kills Tommy. Right? He just goes and he immediately kills Tommy, man. So I would love to... I would love to see what he suggests, man. Does he suggest just allowing this guy to be, like, tormented by him and, like, forced to pay money and shit?
Had it?
Yeah.
Oh, sins!
So, Yes. Howdy.
Howdy. Valentine. Seems like they must have taken you and now they're going back to Valentine.
Sheriff Cash, is you busy?
Also coming.
Particular? Why?
Not in particular. I'd like to ask you for some advice.
Okay, go ahead.
There's a young man, knuckle-headed individual, who's got himself into trouble with some folk. Now, these folk, I believe, are the same folk that potentially killed Giuseppe. If you've heard about that case.
Yes, I've heard about it. I'm not familiar with all the details, but I did see it.
I want to help this fella, but I'm afraid if I act on these individuals, they'll flip around and they'll just kill him. They're looking only at probably 2 months in the cell. Maximum. Extortion and assault. But they're forcing this young man to pay a lot of money. Now, obviously, we can't allow that to happen. This young man is suffering enough. He's trying to make enough money to get out to back to where he's from.
But if we get in the way, the only way that happens is if he comes to us for help, and if he comes to us for help, that puts him in danger. Is that the dilemma?
He already came to us for help. The only problem is, if we help, we arrest these folk, he might end up on a pier with a rat in his mouth.
Right. And these particular folks, who are they?
I'm gonna lower my voice here. One of them, I believe to be Joey. That's the man that he's been primarily dealing with. That's the man who assaulted him. Joey Smith, I believe. His name came up during Coyote's investigation in terms of suspects of who may have killed Giuseppe DeMarco. There's 2 other individuals whose names I'm unaware of, but I have descriptions of them, a man and a woman. And an unrelated name of a Mr. Pearlie Duckworth, who seems to have some knowledge of these individuals, but I've yet to speak to him on concern that if I do, they may know something's up and may move against the young kid.
And just so I can verify, you are familiar with Pearlie Duckworth's affiliations?
I'm aware that he's has ties to the Chenzo family operating out of San Denis.
Howdy.
However, he wasn't present for the assault or the extortion. Only reason his name came up is Mr. Duckworth vouched for the credibility of Joey to this young man, Tommy Bell.
I see. Well, if you want my advice on what to do here, I would first ask what the value of the bribe or blackmail or whatever it is that they're asking for is.
At the present moment, it's $500. However, the young man fears that if he pays the $500, it's just going to keep going up.
All right. The best option in this case is to make sure that we arrest them all at the same time and let them know that if a single hair on this feller's head is, touched, displaced, even just, colored in a special kind of way, we're going to know it was them, and we're going to come down on them with, the full force that we can offer. So just make it clear that any harm comes to this person, that they will not be getting any leniency, and that it will not be in their benefit to do so, that they barked up the wrong tree, so to speak.
Right.
The only other option would be to give the man $500 and, try to prolong things until they have a longer sentence that we'd send him away for. But if he's fearful that they'll keep asking for more and more, then that don't really solve any problems. So I think that our best option is to grab them all at the same time, seize an opportunity and try to put the fear of God in them.
All right. Well, they said he had 1 week to pay it off, and that was yesterday, so I have 6 more days to figure out who these other 2 folk is.
Okay. Yeah, going to Pearly is a risky endeavor.
Definitely.
But you have any ideas how you're going to figure out the identities of these folks?
He's the primary lead. I could just wait around for hours and hope to spot somebody with the clothing that was described to me, but I feel like that's a futile endeavor. If you're looking for it, it's Tommy Bell assaulted by 3 people or something like that.
Okay. Meanwhile, currently ongoing, are you familiar with the Mason James incident that is just happening right now?
I'm not. I was speaking to Miss McFarlane out at McFarlane's ranch. She mentioned there was a murderer sending tips into the law.
Yeah, he's upset about Austin Grant being executed yesterday. He wants to know who pulled the trigger.
Damn, another
So he's been making
fucking-
threats saying he's going to kidnap folks until he learns who it is that executed Austin Grant.
Fuck.
So that's happening right now. We got groups of deputies on patrol trying to make sure that we're watching over every town so that folks don't get kidnapped, because he apparently is trying to threaten, just citizens, innocent folks.
He's going after citizens.
I'm gonna clock off and get some rest, Sheriff. But,
I want that
I'll
hat,
be
man.
back
I
in the
need that
evening,
hat.
Probably.
All right.
Fuck.
You have a good rest, Castle.
Yeah. I'll see
That
you.
bastard. I have the hat on my other outfit.
Now. You too.
Current description we got is a long black coat, maroon shirt, black hat, dark pants, and a black bandana with a skull on it. Long black coat, maroon shirt. So if we see a feller matching that description, we best be, keep our eyes open. But I do want to make sure we go out and keep an eye on the folks that were at the doctor's office. So if we can at least go out and keep an eye on them, we can continue this conversation as needed. But I don't want to leave them out there alone for too long.
I'll follow your lead then.
All right. And just gonna make sure there ain't no
Darth.
updates here.
What's going on, man? There's shit going on, dude. Oh, I'm excited, man. There's been like fucking 100 permas in the last like 2 weeks, dude.
All right.
Kerrigan group headed to Rhodes. Kerrigan's group? Oh, probably.
Are you
Kerrigan.
saying something?
Him or
Him, yeah. Seen his mouth moving.
I think he just woke up. He looks pretty groggy.
He does indeed.
20 people have died, really?
Injured person, Grizzlies East.
Damn.
The audio stings on this track are too far apart. I can go through and manually
Grizzlies
Get 'em
East.
closer
That could be the
together.
direction of this Mason filler could have gone, but
I think he went up there, hurt somebody, left him?
maybe. We got plenty of deputies that are going to be over in Valentine and much closer to that. So, yeah, I'm going to head outside and go over to the doctor's office and catch up with these medics.
I'll follow you.
All right.
Man, he's so fucking cool, dude. What is his walk speed? Like 70? It might even be like 60.
Someone alone right there. Just be mindful. Lone targets like that are likely the ones this fella would go after.
The telegram is sent. You remember what it said?
The telegram that he sent?
That's right.
No, I had someone describe it to me. They essentially said that he expected the law to tell him the name of the person who shot his friend Grant within 10 minutes. And if they didn't, then he would start picking up innocent folks until we did.
How many minutes has it been?
About 45.
How many folks got hurt?
None yet, but he sent another follow-up telegram, I think 20 minutes after that first one, and said, now it begins.
Shit.
And he sent that from Blackwater, and he sent it probably 5 minutes before I walked into the Blackwater telegram station.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy,
Howdy.
folks. My name's Sheriff Cash. I don't believe we've been acquainted.
Now, Mara Gloom, medic.
I'm Department of Health, Dr. Trainee Tim Giffen. Nice to meet you, Sheriff.
Department of Health.
Nice to meet you both. Did you say Mara was your name?
Mara, yeah.
Okay. Mara and Giffen. Do you know my deputy here?
I don't believe so.
Deputy Sullivan, mister.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
Sullivan, I think I've seen you before.
Madam.
Well, I just thought I'd stop by, introduce myself, say hello. The current situation is that there is a crazed man looking to find stragglers, innocent folks he can pick up to use as leverage against our department right now. He's upset that his friend was executed yesterday,
Oh, goodness.
so not much we can do about it until we bring him in. So we're just going to ask you to be mindful of your surroundings. If you see anyone wearing a long black coat with a maroon shirt and a black hat, that is likely our person. If we don't happen to be around you at that time that you see that person, come and try to find us if you can.
Yeah, we were just about to head over to Valentine in case they found that feller that's injured up in Grizzlies.
And I was going to ask you about that. Are you the only medic on duty right now?
There's one over in Rhodes, unless she moved.
Okay.
She told
Are
me she
you-
was gonna stay separate from us just so that we could cover more of the crossing at once. I offered for her to come join us, but she didn't want to.
Okay. Well, if the two of you are so inclined to head over to Valentine, we can send some folks with you so you ain't going alone.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's where we were headed.
Okay, you do like to go? All right, then I'll see if I can get a couple deputies to go with you.
All right, well, I'm gonna go send a telegram just to let Lucille know that that's where I'm headed.
Okay, very good. We'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
I love Cash, man.
We had Cameron at the office, and who is that other feller with the short blonde hair?
The one that just woke up?
Yeah.
I have no idea, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I feel like
I'm
I can't
so-
recognize half the deputies in my department these days.
Man, even Cash's horse moves slow, dude.
Weller, because I know Weller just got a haircut, but it didn't really look like Weller.
Cash fucking rocks, dude. Cash moves slow because he doesn't have to move for anybody.
Deputies?
G'day, Sheriff. How you doing?
Hey, it is Weller.
Oh, it is Weller.
It
Okay.
is me, yeah. I've been in the office. I've been
Cut his hair, man.
had an ear infection or something.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Well, there's two medics here. Well, one's a trainee, but they're thinking about heading over to Valentine in order to check on the wounded person in Grizzlies East. Does anyone here want to maybe go out on a ride with these doctors just to make sure that they are protected on their way?
Absolutely, me and Cameron can do that. We were gonna head to Strawberry and see if we could catch fucking whatever his name is.
Okay.
James, but
That guy looks.
if you want us there, we're more than
That guy looks like he's up to something,
You
man.
can take these
His
medics
whole
to
character
Strawberry
design
on the
is
way. We just want to get a look over
a
the town.
massive schemer.
So I was planning to do some real bushwhacking shit and just stake out the telegram office.
Okay. Well, if
So
you don't
we'll
mind
take the
taking
medics.
these folks
Absolutely.
to Valentine first and then come back to Strawberry and do your
Oh, yeah, for
bushwhacking
sure.
from there.
Cash has been around
Alright,
since
so-
like season 2,
no
man.
worries.
All right. I'm planning to stay
Like
here in
2 years ago,
Blackwater.
man. I think.
Sullivan, did you have anything you were going to do?
Well, I wanted to speak to Coyote about the person I mentioned to you. He would
All
know
right.
more. He's been looking into it.
I heard Coyote was in Valentine, so you can ride with these folks out to Valentine and stay there and try to find Coyote when you get there.
All right.
I will keep
You
an
be
eye
all
on
right by
Blackwater.
yourself?
I'm always very careful. And I'm sure more
Man,
folks should be showing up here soon.
He's so cool, man. Sheriff Cash is a fucking badass, man. He's so cool. Clayton helped King
All right,
Danny rob
I'll
Cash.
send a telegram on behalf of all y'all, all right?
I knew
Appreciate it.
Cash. I knew Cash as David
How
Parker.
you doing, Sullivan? Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Yeah,
That's
Cash has been
alright.
around since before
You two
David
folk
was.
Need a safe trip to Valentine.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
sir.
where we're headed.
Cash is
My name's Weller, by the way. If I haven't been to either of you
Awesome,
before,
man.
it's a pleasure.
Howdy, I'm Medic Mara.
I'm
Hello,
gushing about him.
Medical training Tim.
Oh, alright. Do you folks know how to run in formation by any chance?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I'll get you two riding behind me. I'll get the other deputies to take up the rear. So it's a two. It'll be a 1-2-2 formation.
Alright.
Okay.
Cash helped Danny rob Cash. Cash robbed Cash. I'll put that on a t-shirt.
They haven't found him yet, I don't think. Come on, be there to be ready.
Clayton robbed Dina's happiness. That was the biggest thing he ever robbed. His greatest accomplishment. Robbed Danny of his life. Clay and K, the Make-A-Wish outlaw for a day stream. That fucking hurt, man. That stream hurt. That stream hurt, man. Watch me get kidnapped, dude. I'm telling you, watch me get kidnapped. This person in front of me, awesome taste. You see that? Little faint light coming off the horse.
Take it around.
Oh. Man. Dina's mom's general store.
Going left.
So we can rob this. All right. So Sheriff Cash said we can arrest these guys. Tell them to leave the guy alone. And if they don't, we bring the full weight of the law down on them. Right? But something that Cash isn't aware of. Tommy Bell is a dumb young kid, man. I don't doubt, man. Even if we help Tommy,
What do you mean? Why?
he's probably gonna do something against the DiCenzos, man. He's probably gonna like think that he's invincible. Oh yeah, I got the law protecting me. You guys can't do anything. You go to jail for a long time. And he's gonna like do something stupid against them, man. He feels like the type of kid to do that. And if that happens, you know, what can we do? right? And the Clayton inside of me wants to say, if he does that, fuck him. He deserved it. But, I want Sullivan to, I want, man, what would Sullivan think? Obviously, he doesn't want that. Obviously, he doesn't want anybody to get hurt there. Tommy's a young kid and he's dumb. Is catharsis the word? I don't think he would get any catharsis from Tommy being hurt. I don't think he'd experience any. There's a German word for it, Schadenfreude, which is like joy at experiencing the misery of others. I don't think that's quite the word I'm looking for. Definitely wouldn't feel any of that. But I guess the catharsis, right? When you see that kind of like that karma, right? When you see somebody that's doing something stupid get hurt, right? When you see somebody that's like speeding on the highway crash, right? They act stupid and they crash. Or when you see like somebody that's like robbing something get shot. That like catharsis that you get from that.
Have you recovered after being pirated at the weekend?
I have. What about you, partner?
Aye. I've recovered.
I need to speak to Cody. I'm gonna go check the sheriff's office.
Sure, take it.
It'd be interesting to see Sullivan's arc, to see someone he tried to help getting hurt. I think that's what made a lot of cynical lawmen. Man, I want this character to not become a cynical lawman, man. I feel like everybody, after a certain amount of time of just getting like fucked over, they become like these cynical lawmen. I really truly want Sullivan to have an indomitable spirit that no matter what, he never compromises and he's
He's here. Puppy's here.
Who's here?
He's here. I
Who's
just saw
here?
him. Fly spick. He's wanted. Come on.
Wanted for what?
For brandishing and threatening.
All right.
That guy looks like a schemer, man.
Be right back.
Okay.
I gotta speak to you.
Okay.
I sent you a telegram. Did you get it?
I did and I responded and you ignored me.
I haven't checked my telegrams yet.
I believe you.
Where'd you spot him?
There he is.
Who's he speaking to?
Senior Spec.
Good evening to you, gentlemen.
Who is this you are speaking with?
This is a friend of mine.
Is that Didi?
Hello, ma'am. This is the St. Crossing Sheriff Department. How are you? Did you know you are active? You are talking to an active criminal here.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name?
My name's Didi.
Senor Didi, can you do me the paper and please clear out? Because Senor Flyspec gonna come with us to the station because he under arrest in this moment.
Coyote, let's not do this right now, okay?
Why not? Flashback, give us one good reason.
I don't feel like it.
It don't matter what you feel like.
Yeah, no matter what you feel like, you heard him.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I gotta write this down.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, that's what he said.
You know, Mr. Speck, you were acting very tough when Pop was not around.
I was acting tough, wasn't I? Did he tell you what happened, Pop, last time me and Coyote saw each other?
He hadn't.
Got him to back down. I said, you arrest me, we're gonna have to draw iron, and he backed away.
I was thinking about the people in Valentine, senor. I was not scared.
Well, I don't know. I saw something in your eyes that might have said different.
There was women and children running around. I didn't want them to catch a stray bullet.
What about now? You want him to catch a straight bullet now?
No.
Well then. I suggest you two leave then. Go back to the office. Carry on doing whatever you're doing.
What about the sheep?
Sheep? What sheep?
Emerald Ranch, you know exactly which sheep.
How do you know about the fucking sheep? Who the fuck told you about that?
Because the tip came in with your description. It said a goober had passed that way, trampling all the sheep.
A goober? I don't know what that means, but I take offense to it.
Well, I do because I did investigation. I looked up the definition of goober.
What does a goober mean?
But it means like silly goose.
Oh, okay.
See.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Well, fine then. So what do you want to bring in with? Well, you know, you said the other day, Coyote, you was stacking me up. Were you stacking me up for more? You got me 5 times of brandishing or something?
You are currently wanted for 1 count of brandishing, 1 count of threatening a peace officer, and 1 count of pleading and eluding, and 1 count of killing sheep.
What kind of killing sheep? Well, let me ask you this,
2
Coyote.
counts of being a goober.
Let me ask you this, Coyote. Do you want to add a count of participation in a shootout to that list?
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you, Fly Speck.
Fly Speck, don't do nothing stupid. Didi, you might want to clear out.
Didi! Didi!
Oh, Didi, that's a real shame. Well, it's probably for the best anyhow.
It's done the fucking mess, so it does.
What?
Sure you want to get on my horse, Didi?
Didi, don't get on his horse.
Don't do it.
Didi, I
Pop,
think
what
it's
do we
best
do,
you
Pop?
maybe take a few steps to the side. Now, who's
Turn
this?
tail and ride, Fly Speck.
There's someone else. We got company behind you. Who's that? She with you?
No. You in okay? Fine. Go away. Leave this town. Go back to where you came from in the west, senor.
I ain't going out west. I haven't finished my business in the east yet. I don't know if I feel like going.
Fly Speck, I'm warning you, son. Turn tail and ride. If you draw that iron, I ain't aiming for the horse.
Any second now, you're gonna be surrounded by a badge on every corner.
Have it your way then. Let me just say this. You ain't seen the last of me. You can't chase me out of town every time I come around, alright? I'll be back.
You will. But not in the manner you expect, senor.
I think it's time I made my leave.
Stubbs a killer, man.
Brandishing in town. Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone. What was that about?
He's fly spec Floyd. Another souvenir of the West, senor.
Okay, did he rob anyone? Was he endangering anyone?
He was under arrest for brandishing, sheep killing, a few other things.
We didn't want him to pull in town.
Yep, smart.
We catch him some other day.
I mean, you could have. I don't know. Never mind.
We could have chased him. You guys could have
Just
chased
come
him,
back
man.
here and take the livelihood of any other fellas. Coyote, I got a question.
See?
How many sheep does that fella have to kill? How many mouths of food does he have to take away from kids before you chase him out of the town?
Only one sheep, senor.
One sheep? I mean, that's still a livelihood, right?
See?
That might be the last meal for some kid. Their pa's not doing too well, right?
See?
So why'd he pull his gun?
The
Kill
other
the
day I
sheep.
was under the impression that he was wanted for outdo fine, outstanding balance. Rather than come with me and we look it over, he moves his hand to his hip over his holster, telling me to try him. You understand, it was right here, in front of the church. I couldn't risk with all the folk walking around for a gunfight to ensue.
Absolutely.
I chased him out of
Coyote.
town, followed him to the border and made sure he don't come back.
Right.
I thought that
So
was
just-
it. Today he
Whatever.
returned.
That he did. And the fact that next time, right, it might not be you, someone who had previous rapport with that fly swat, whatever the fuck his name was. Right. So next time some other deputy who doesn't know him tries him, what happens if he shoots him dead?
I don't understand your question.
My question is, right then when he fled, right, you sat there, you didn't chase him at all, you didn't at least make sure he was a safe distance from town.
Four
I
other
get you not-
deputies immediately went after him.
And I called them back, correct? Because I was
Why'd you
unaware
call
of
them
what
back,
the
partner?
situation was. Because I was unaware of what the situation was. I had never met that fella in my life. I wouldn't know exactly how to handle the situation. I mean, if you two, were relaxing there, I figured he probably wouldn't be violent. The point I'm making is, Coyote, every time you do something like that, it is a risk. You got to use your best judgment. If your best judgment is letting them go, without so much as a chase, just know that sometimes there can be consequences to that. Could be a
See,
body.
listen, partner, know
Could
that
be a
there could
number of
be
different things.
know there could be consequences to shooting a gun as well. There was
Absolutely.
several people gathering on the side. There was a young lady, a Miss Dee Dee, a friend of Juniper Ripley.
I want to make something very, very clear. You did nothing wrong in ensuring that a gunfight did not happen in town limits. That is the number one priority in almost every scenario. Do not risk
Backpedaling.
deputies' lives, right? and do not risk innocent lives, especially in towns. He hasn't committed any violent crimes as such. Alright, have you updated his reports as best you can with an accurate description? It's best to probably detail the fact that while he hasn't been violent, he has shown,
He has been
quote
violent. He
unquote
has shot at
trying me that he
deputies.
could be.
He shot deputies.
I have, senor.
I'm not gonna fucking say
And when we
that.
catch him, he's gonna spend 20 days behind bars to think about his behavior.
Yeah, another reason
And with
why
a
I
big
exactly
old
didn't
fine,
chase.
slap him across the face with 100 dineros. They will teach him.
Hopefully he becomes rehabilitated.
Next time we're gonna kill him for 20 days at $100.
I'm glad you didn't have to draw, either of you. Either of you two updated about the Mason James situation?
I spoke to Sheriff Cash about it.
Ah, good. Probably going to be taking folk out to Strawberry and staking at the telegram office. Either of you two are interested in that. But right now he is probably hunting for someone, unfortunately.
We have any
It'll
idea
be
where he
a
might
medic
be?
or a ranger. Strawberry tends to be a favourite place of his, and both the now deceased Austin Grant. He used to pick up rangers and terrorise the locals there, so that's where I'm going to be heading out. That's
I
where he
remember
sent his
reading those
last tip
reports.
in from. Correct. Well, if you want to tag along, feel free. If not, spreading out in towns and going on routine patrols at this moment is pretty crucial.
I am not doing a
now,
stakeout
I
under
got the
any
impression that he was
circumstance.
going to go after innocent folk from his telegram. Beckwith thought it was a good idea to have a presence in the towns. But
Correct.
we're ready to be where we need it.
Well, like I said, either of you two want to come to Strawberry with me, feel free. If not, it seems like there is a good presence here in Valentine. Blackwater, I believe Sheriff Cash is in.
I'd like to speak to Sheriff Malone. Do you know if he's on duty? He is.
I don't know. Oh, there you go.
I'm going to try and speak to Sheriff Malone.
You were
Alright.
going to tell me something. Pop, you want to discuss that now?
Right, we can head back to the office. I wanted to talk to you about, a young man who could be in a similar situation as Giuseppe.
You're just going to leave me hanging? In a state of suspense?
This young man, his name is Tommy Bell. He's a knucklehead from Scotland. Found his way here and trying to make some money going back. Fella thought it would be suitable for him to get a gun and try to rob it off of some folk. He drew a gun on the wrong person. Joey Smith. I know his name has come up on your case before, right?
Wait a minute! Okay, continue, fast.
Well, Joey Smith was robbed for not too much, but his pride was disrespected. He contacted this fella, Tommy Bell, told him to meet him somewhere. Only reason Tommy Bell went is because of Mr. Pearlie Duckworth vouched for Joey. When he went to meet up with his man, two others came out from behind, a man and a woman. They escorted him to some shack out in the middle of the swamp, proceeded to threaten him, said if they robbed any of them again, said if he robbed anyone in Lemoyne, period, they'd kill the fella. They proceeded to wallop him a few times, told him he owes $500 by the end of the week. Otherwise,
What do you mean? Oh. Oh. When did they wallop him?
Yesterday.
Oh my goodness. Now listen to me. Earlier today, I'm working. I get a tip. West Elizabeth, suspicious activity. Perhaps a shiner going east. I recall you took me one day with a lantern and we waited by the bridge near the swamp. So I'm waiting over there. Next thing I know, I see a cart going really fast. I go to flag him down to ask him if he's seen anything suspicious, but I think he can't hear me. He keep going. Full speed. Finally, I catch up to him in the swamp, and he crashes. Poor cart and everything. The thing fall apart in front of my eyes. Are you guys going, Weller, now?
Yeah, we're gonna be heading to Strawberry. I
Okay.
believe the sheriff is heading up to Wapiti to give a warning to the native folk up there.
Sheriff Malone
it'd
or
probably be
Sheriff?
best of you to accompany her.
Oh, Sheriff Winwood.
Sheriff Winwood, correct.
All right.
She's just about to head out. If you folk aren't busy, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Right,
Okay.
we'll accompany her.
All right, beautiful. Good work, gents.
Thank you.
What were you saying? Let's
Okay,
go
listen
back
to
to
this.
stand in front of here so we... Let's just stand in front of the office so that she knows
I don't want
we're
them to
here.
hear it. Oh, yes. Okay.
She's,
Oh, no, she's the sheriff. She should hear everything.
she
I
should...
love her. I'm just following your lead, okay?
No, you're not. Don't say that.
Listen, senor. Listen.
Right.
So I'm chasing this shiner down, right? Finally, I corner him, and the fucking thing fall apart, and his face is covered, his mask. And I'm saying, sir, hello, sir. He's not speaking. Sir, he looking down. Sir, for 5 minutes, I'm sorrying him to death. Finally, he speak, and he say his name is Tommy. I ask him to pull down his mask, and I look at him. He's an Englishman. Hola, senor.
Had it?
You gave me a fucking start there, Pointer.
My apologies, Sheriff. That was not my intention.
Ghosting around the fucking corner like that.
Oh, this guy. This is the new cadet. This guy rocks,
Folks,
man.
I'd like to deliver a warning to Wapiti if there's anybody there awake.
We're gonna accompany you. Weller told us to accompany you.
Yeah, that was my next point, was that I wanted to come with me.
Anything you want, we have for you.
You okay to take us to Wapiti, Pointer?
I believe I can find my way back up there. I've been once already.
Alright, well, let's just send a check-in before we depart. Stone and Cleo are heading off, I think.
Is this cadet?
This is
Yeah,
Cadet
Cadet Pointer.
Richard Pointer.
Oh, pleased to meet you, senor.
And I have sent in front of me deputies.
We read about you in the feedback.
Deputy
looking
Sullivan,
so-
partner.
Not looking so good for you, senor.
Deputy Sullivan, I believe I met you yesterday. My apologies.
Yeah,
And
it's our
Deputy
Gilster.
Anyone seen Cleo?
Deputy Diaz.
She's
A
walking this
pleasure,
way.
sir.
Oh, okay.
She's coming up with the
Sorry if my name is Miguel.
Miguel.
Antonio.
Antonio.
Manuel.
Manuel.
Manolo Diaz.
Manuel
Coyote.
Diaz. May I call you El Coyote?
You may.
That is much appreciated, sir.
Rex,
Okay.
man.
I was trying to scare you earlier about your bad feedbacks, but I was joking.
Well, I am glad that Rabbit told me that you are the
Oh, I
departmental
understand that.
jokester.
Love you.
Oh, love you too, senor. Miss you.
Prophet, I'm sorry about that, Coyote.
It's okay.
I think he liked it.
I hope
I understand that very much. They are very protective
Okay,
of that wall.
before we go, let me speak to you here, Pop.
All right.
Sure, Pointer, you want to accompany me to the telegraph office?
Okay, look. So listen to this, senor. So listen to this. So I covered this guy, right?
Stone?
He's being... Are you listening?
I don't... You choose a side you're going to stand on.
Okay. I'm looking at your shoulder right now. Can you at least look at me in the eyes?
I'm trying... Listen, let's walk away from these barrels. I think they're fucking things up. Okay?
Okay. So I follow this guy. He crashed his wagon and he's masked and he not talking. Literally 5 minutes he not talking. Finally I get him to admit. He said his name is Tommy. Okay. And I recall that he smell of lavender. Okay. He's walking very slow too. I thought he was emaciated. He said he was trying to get to some friends and he had an appointment, a business appointment. I get him on my horse and I tell him, okay, where do I take you? I start taking him towards Caligo Hall, and right around Caligo Hall, he said, drop me off, drop me off, drop me off. After I drop him off, I think, man, there's something not right. Can we walk away from the horse? Is that what you're thinking?
What? Is the horse? Look, I'm listening to you, partner. You.
The worst audience
Keep talking.
ever. You're fucking not even following.
I'm listening to you.
Okay. So I drop him off, right? And I think something is not right, Pop.
Right.
He's masked, he's not talking. He keeps saying, oh, I have business here, I have business there. Drop me off at Caligo, no, drop me off here by the stables. So I go to wait by the stables, assuming he's gonna come grab a horse. Who shows up instead? Joey. Now at the time I thought, could Joey and Tommy be the same person? They both smelled like lavender. And we talk a little bit. I find it to be extremely suspicious, and he's looking really shifty and uncomfortable in front of me, Joey. Come to think of it now, I think what happened was the first guy, Tommy, was running Shine. And he was the Shiner that I was chasing, and he probably got spooked, crashed the wagon. And he was probably going to meet with Joey to pay him the debt. How much do you make from Shine?
I don't know. I guess it depends on how much they pay you.
Did they pay $500 for Shine?
Maybe.
What if he was trying to make the money so they don't kill him so he can pay off?
He could have been. I definitely think that's possible.
And I stopped him from doing it. It was no wonder he wasn't stopping and he was so spooked. He was the Shiner the whole fucking time. That horse is driving me fucking crazy. I'm gonna kill it.
It's not aggroed on my screen. It's not like going crazy on my screen.
He got a telegram. It isn't too damning, but it proves that they met, or at least they wanted to meet.
This guy, did he sound British?
Tommy Bell's a young Scottish fella from Glasgow.
Okay, that's him.
Skinny like a twig, shakes like a leaf.
Dressed like a miner.
Talks like a whiner.
Suspected of being a Shiner. When is the due date for his payment?
The end of the week. Or end of the week from yesterday, so 6 days from now.
They're probably gonna meet at the diner to discuss the terms. Remember that girl that we found in Wallace Station?
That's right.
Okay. When she woke up and I questioned her, she said that it was the Auburn lady, haired, accompanied by 2 flat-cap gentlemen. There's an Auburn lady here named Charlotte, goes by the name of Lottie, working the bar, surrounded by flat-cap men. I checked all those flat-cap men fingerprints, but I haven't checked Lottie's fingerprint because Lottie, well, let's just say she's not on file with fingerprint. Now she's not the only red auburn-haired lady that I've been checking, but none of the other ones is match. Only hers, and we don't have her prints. Do you remember one time we were up by Wallace Station and there were some flat-capped men looking for a friend and we stopped to help them find their friend? They were hunting. Do you remember? We went to talk to Ray Ray and Ray Ray was being nervous because there were some shifty fellas around.
I don't remember, but I'll take your word for it.
But you were with me, man. Don't you remember? Remember when we talked to Ray Ray?
I remember talking to Ray Ray. I don't remember helping anybody.
Do you remember when we showed up to the Wallace Station? There was a guy inside Wallace Station.
There was Ed was there as well.
Okay. Well, that was a flat cap guy. And those guys told me that they never go to Big Valley. They fucking lying, senor. Now, Adelaide, she told me yesterday that Lottie was saying that they're getting really upset at me. I'm starting to really get on their nerves because I'm not letting things die. And I'm looking back into cases from weeks and weeks ago. And that I'm sticking my nose where it don't belong. And it's starting to be a problem for them. Now, why would Lottie say that if we're not on the scent? I was trying to figure out a way that we can get her fingerprints. Maybe take her shooting. She reloads her gun, drops a bullet. Bullet has a fingerprint.
You think
Shot
she'd
in
go
the-
shooting with you?
Well, I was gonna ask her on like a little friendly date, but Phineas, her boyfriend, said I'll kill you if you go on a date with her or anywhere with her. Seem a bit excessive, don't it?
I'd kill you too if you went on a date with my missus.
Well, if we can take them shooting or something. Now, there was a carving on the counter in the bar where Lottie is right now. And I say, hey, who carved that? Assuming it was one of them, maybe I could find some prints. I noticed they gave me a stew that was cold, so I went by the fire. Noticed that the fire had some logs in there. I figure, I bet you if I yeff this, you might find some fingerprints. If Lottie works there, maybe her fingers have been over the furnace, the counter. But I don't want to go in there with a yeff. There might be another way to try to figure out how to get their prints, but I don't know what it is.
There has to be something. We just got to think of it.
I was hoping you would have an idea immediately.
You wanted me to... You tell me this? You wanted me to immediately have an idea, Cowder?
I wanted to see the lantern to go off in your head.
Shit, now I feel like I should give you something.
Something, senor. Come with anything.
All right, hold on. We get some horses, and we
Ignore that.
find some evidence.
Hey, no, ignore that. Ignore that. It has nothing to do with anything.
I'm gonna look at it. You just throwing this away?
No, it's random. Get rid of it.
Okay.
Okay, is the sheriff kidnapped?
We could deliver something and have them sign for it, maybe.
Okay, come on. The sheriff is I don't know. The sheriff ain't around. Let's go check on her.
We should probably check on the sheriff. You're right.
What are the odds that Tommy and Joey, I saw them this morning, and Tommy was running Shine. I'm guessing now. No wonder he was masked and wouldn't stop. And wouldn't want to tell me anything. And he was probably doing that to pay off the debt that those guys you're talking about put on him. How do you want to approach that situation?
I spoke to Sheriff Cash. He suggested we arrest them all at the same time, and we make it very clear if any harm comes to this young man, we're coming down with the full weight of the law on him.
Okay. And you know what's going to happen to the young man?
He's going to die?
Exactly.
We
Okay,
still
no.
have 6 days. We still have 6 days to figure out who those other two folk is and come up with a better plan. I wanted to speak to Sheriff Malone. I figured maybe he'd know something. He's used to dealing with sensitive cases like this, right?
See?
What happened to the sheriff?
They went to send a telegram and now they know they're gone.
That's a horse still there, right?
Senor, I think we lost our fucking sheriff.
We can't get in trouble for losing the sheriff, right?
There you is. See, we thought
Someone's got a
we
gun.
lost you. Someone has a
Someone's
gun?
got a gun. I heard that. Was that from the medical office?
I think someone fell in the medical office.
Then he's gonna
Oh.
probably come on.
The local chap? That's
Yeah.
fine then.
Yep.
Hey!
Oh.
Hey!
Hey, senor!
Hey!
Yep, that'll do it.
You ain't going nowhere.
Just gonna let y'all handle that. Oh, God.
I got him.
Shit.
Put the gun down!
Holy shit.
Everybody remain calm. The situation is under control.
That's one way to put it.
See?
Is anybody hurt?
I love Rabbit kicking him in the ear, man. I love Rabbit kicking him in the
Y'all
ear.
ready to write out after this?
Right.
See?
That'll be a quick one.
This guy.
Break this down.
Everyone hates Valentine, man. Let's abandon Valentine. Let's all move out west.
You coming on this
Cool.
event? Stone, it's up to you if you want to come or you can hold the fort. We should move on.
I love that.
10, 15.
I love that fucking banjo.
Nope.
Careful.
Robbie Gold deserves a statue for burning it down. Whoever built it back up needs to go to Sisika. Get the worst.
Oh.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
What was that? Somebody said something?
Can you fill the sheriff in on the situation?
Right. There's a young knucklehead by the name of Tommy Bell.
Barrow?
Tommy Bell.
Bell?
Here, Bell, like the Bell Gang, but he ain't the Bell Gang.
Oh, Tommy Bell, but not the Bell Gang. Okay.
Right. Fella found himself in Saints Cross and he's trying to make some money to find passage back home. For some reason, the fella thought he'd try his luck at robbing folk. Seems he robbed the wrong man, Joey Smith. Now Joey Smith is trying to get $500 from him. And if he don't pay back, well, we can assume what would happen.
Gotcha.
Now get this, Sheriff. Today I got a tip about some suspicious activity, maybe a shiner going from west to east. And I'm in and about roads. I see a guy on a wagon. I figure I'm gonna stop him and ask him if he see anything. I assume he doesn't hear me because he hightails it away. I finally catch up to him and he crashes wagon. Now the fella was masked. And after about 5 minutes of talking to him, he finally lowers his mask and talks to me and tells me his name is Tommy. He say he don't see nothing about no Shiner. And asked me to drop him off at Caliga where he's gonna meet with some friends. On the way to Caliga, he changes his destination like 4 times and I eventually drop him off near the stables. I didn't wait at the stables, thinking he's gonna come to talk to him a bit more. But instead Joey shows up. Who always being a bit suspicious. I think that the Shiner was the first guy I stopped, Tommy, who crashed the wagon. And that he was probably shining to make money to pay Joey who was meeting at roads.
That all stands to reason.
He's making this even worse. I told him if he wants our help, he needs to stay out of trouble.
Watch the rider.
Whoa!
Oh boy!
Mister! Jesus Christ!
Oh my god, that was cold-blooded murder! What the fuck?
Now.
No, we're fine.
Are you okay, Sheriff?
I mean, you pulled a gun on me.
I assume the guy had the gun already drawn on his side. I assume the guy already had the gun drawn on Rabbit's screen. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That is on me, Sheriff.
Yeah, they already had the gun drawn on their screen. Oh my god. Oh my god. From our POV, that was fucking insane. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm stunned.
Are you feeling okay, Sheriff?
Oh my god.
I'm not great, no.
I'm stunned.
Okay.
It's a rather pointless thing to have to shoot somebody over. He drew a gun because he was feeling mighty upset.
Ryder?
Oh yeah, we're all gonna call out writers. Very anxiously, ain't we?
I like to.
Oh my god.
I bet you do, Cadet.
I'm still stunned. What the fuck was I saying? Where,
Fucking water today.
where was the conversation?
Done on Valentine's.
Situation where the general pulls his gun on the sheriff. We'll find out if it's like
Ryder? Cadet, you didn't happen to curse at the gentleman that we crashed into earlier, did you?
I do not believe I did.
Okay.
We should be warning the riders. Oh.
Apologies, I saw the bridge in the whole spirit.
Oh my god.
Forward left.
Forward left. Oh, we're just gonna accept it. Oh man, I forgot. I've never seen New Wapiti. I have yet to see New Wapiti. What did they add? I think they're more tents. I think those tents over there are new. I think these over here are new. Or these are teepees, right?
Do you know if the people that RP the Irish contingent stream? I don't know. I actually don't know. You should be able to find them by going to the Has route. If they do stream, that is. Oh my god.
You stop harassing that messenger?
God, I was looking at him.
You're dogging him.
Okay. Well, that's a short, unfortunate trip.
What's this?
They usually will, the tribe can tend to congregate in the middle of the meeting. I don't know where to go with it. Just moving. Rama, I don't think I've met her.
We have a telegram. There was a tip we got about someone in here. And after we took the whole bunch for her, she eventually sent in a tip that she's okay and she had been found. When I questioned her exactly where she was, it was far away from here, but there's a group of teepees. Do you think it'll be worth checking that out?
You mean the other group of teepees? That would be Tapawata.
Oh, so Tapawata and Wapiti is different?
Yes,
okay.
The chieftain of Tapawata is River.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
River who splits... I cannot recall his full name. And I can't recall how to pronounce it in Dakota, but... He only got his name yesterday, so it's a little new. I used to go by Hyro, one police car.
I met them in Big Valley the other day. They say they like to frequent that place once in a while.
There's a tree out that way. He meant something to the Arakoan tribe. That cave. I suppose as cousins, as far as tribekin are concerned, they like to care for what the other cares for.
By the way,
Tapawata is a... You know what? Hold up, Pointer. We're gonna check out the other tribekin camp.
I know where it is. I
You
live
where it
there.
is? You live there? You live at Tapawata?
I do. My father was tribekin.
I see. Well, please lead the way.
I adopted father. I do not claim it myself, but I find myself.
As far as I understand, or as it's been explained to me, Tapawata is more of a spiritual lodge than a discrete tribe. It's meant to serve as almost like a meeting ground, a central point for, well, all tribes. Something called the medicine wheel. I think is how they represent their leaders.
By the way, earlier I said frequent the place once in a while. That doesn't make sense, does it?
You frequent the place once in a while?
Man, my eye. I got something in my eye, man.
Try this one. Going left.
I see the lights up ahead.
Record sheriff. Yes, there is the camp on the left. So.
Oh, did they add more, Did they add more, more TPs to the one tent that was up there? Man, I got something in my eye. I'm trying to rub my eye, but it's hard to do that and this at the same time.
That's okay.
Oh, they did. They added some TP. Oh man, this place rocks, dude. This place is cool. There's a horse here. Ducky Saddler. Oh, there's some on the hills? Oh, that rocks.
Did I hear someone call out?
I thought I heard something.
Yes, that was me.
Howdy.
Oh, it's Fables.
How are you?
No, it's fine. I was just keeping to myself.
That's okay.
I didn't expect to see anyone up here.
My name's Sheriff Winward. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Rana.
Rana, I believe that Coyote was just telling me about you.
Oh, really? I may have... Let me get out of the way of the tree so I feel like I'm talking to a tree as well. I may have had an unfortunate run-in with some wolves today, but that's just like normal everyday things for me, so...
I see. We're just here to pass along a word of caution. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the name Mason James.
I can't say that I am.
The other tribe can have a bit of a past with Mr. James. He has caused great personal injury to Hummingbird and Hummingbird's wife, Isla. He's a very dangerous man, and he's currently looking for blood. So he'd be looking for lone folk, especially outside of towns. So I'm not going to tell you where you can and can't be, of course, and I know this is probably your home. But if you would like an escort back to town, we are more than happy to do that. But I just figured that you should be forewarned, especially if you're approached by a lone man with a large build and a beard and a gravelly voice.
Right, okay, is this, I don't mean to be rude and I'm not trying to pry into anything, but when this man hurt Hummingbird and her partner, their partner, was that recently or was that the time that they've already told me about?
You're aware that Hummingbird is missing a finger?
I feel like I should be aware of that.
Well, whichever time Hummingbird talked about being tortured alongside their wife, that's probably the time that we're talking about.
Yes, with the lanterns I heard.
Something about lanterns, yeah.
Damn. Oh, this place, look at this.
Right, okay.
This
well,
rocks, man.
Warning.
This looks fucking cool.
Ooh, okay.
I love these chairs. I assume that's what these are, like chairs.
Do you know what? I think I will come back to Valentine.
What are these? I don't know what these are. I feel bad calling them chairs now.
For that. I think a friend of mine is staying there anyway, so if he wakes up there, it would be good to travel back.
Do you guys know what these are?
Look at this.
We're more than happy to do that.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
The tribes
A fire?
specifically?
No, but look how it's
He
burning.
has in the past, which is why I'm passing along the word of caution.
Very strange.
Do you think it's a special fire?
It must be.
Harming a chieftain seems pretty severe in my mind.
And you're all out here looking for him now, or?
No one's answering, man.
Mostly
Nobody
came out here just to pass the word along. I mean, if
Nobody
we
knows what
ran
this
into
is.
him, of course, that would be ideal to take care of him right now. But
man.
Okay, alright, I tell you what, I'm actually gonna stay here because it is nighttime and I'm just afraid of the wolf. I have such bad luck, I'd hate to pass it along to you all.
Okay.
But I want to stay here, and if anyone wakes up here, I want to be able to warn them straight away.
Please do pass along that warning that he is.
They are
currently-
chairs? Okay.
I assume most of the tribekin are well aware that he's out for blood currently, but I would just.
I've never seen that before.
I hate to miss anybody
object?
and then be unaware. That's all.
Oh, they have a
No, of
target
course,
over
thank
there.
you for the
This
warning.
place
I really
rocks, man.
appreciate that. I'll stay here for now, and then once I'll make my way back to Valentine at some point.
Are there any other
But for now, I think I'm just gonna stay here.
like native areas, or
Okay, fair enough.
on the
Ronald.
map,
Well, it
like
was
new
nice
ones?
to meet you. I'm sorry we don't have any pleasant news to pass along.
No, it's all right. I understand that you're all going through a really hard time right now, and I'd hate to add to that, you know.
Well, again, just please be aware of anyone fit in the description I mentioned. His name is Mason James. I doubt he'll give you his true name if you do run into him, but
If I see anyone fit in the description, I will run as fast as I can back to a town and alert the
Another. I would love to
authorities.
see one out west as
appreciate
well,
that, Ronald.
man.
Just take care of yourself first and foremost.
I would love to see one out west as
Of
well.
course, I think once it hits daylight, that's when I might travel. But
They added so many
All right,
cool
well,
you're all welcome to stay
locations
until
to the
daylight
map.
as well. It's not my invitation to give, but I'm sure that everybody would be more than comfortable with you waiting until daylight, just because
You
the
got a-
wolves and whatnot.
You got a preference, deputies?
None.
I'm more than happy to ride in the dark.
We have lanterns. We can help with light.
All right.
Every time I
Follow.
ride, no matter if I have a lantern or not, I get attacked by wolves. And
Alright.
I have the worst luck with it.
Well, we'll leave you to
You
it,
have two
Ronald. But,
lanterns.
if you need anything, I should be in Valentine for the short foreseeable future.
Right, I got it. And if anybody shows up, I'll be sure to let them know that you said that. Could you remind me of your name again, please?
Sheriff Rabbit Winward.
Sheriff Rabbit. Okay, I'll let them know that you were up here. I wasn't planning on staying around too long anyway, so.
Well, they'll know either of those names, but I'll leave you to it, okay, Rona?
Right, thank you for coming up here and telling me.
That's no trouble.
Goodbye, Rana.
You have a good
Goodbye.
evening, miss.
You too.
Miss you.
No, you don't.
Love you. Thank you.
If only Rockstar didn't cut West Elizabeth. They they cut that whole kind of native section that Dutch
Be
lives in.
safe out there, deputies. Thank you again.
Thank you for telling us how to live our lives.
You're welcome.
Have a good
I
night.
don't think I did. I just said be careful, but then I definitely did.
Thank you.
Man,
Single file down the side of the
Single file down the mountain.
Single file down the mountain.
See, I didn't want to ride right in the middle of that camp because that traumatized me. She seems sweet.
She was the one from earlier.
You were talking about
She.
grizzlies.
So this is where she was found, and the tip that the local sent said Grizzlies East.
Is this technically Grizzlies East?
I guess so. We were looking by Oak Craigs on a wild goose chase. Senor Rabbit, do you know anything about the firm? Are you familiar with them?
The firm.
firm what?
Is it a group that operates out of Valentine?
Exactly. Okay. So you're not intimately acquainted with their movements and whereabouts and history?
No, I get the feeling those folk keep hours that are very difficult for me to keep.
Oh, okay. I understand.
So, I've heard a little bit in passing, but it kind of reminds me of when the cut was a thing. Folk wanted me to deal with the cut, but I couldn't because I just couldn't feasibly wake up, turn and left.
Right. 1-1.
They didn't want people reenacting it in online.
Have you ever done a Richmond?
Reenacting what?
I have.
Okay, we'll put it in the report.
season
welcome.
cadets.
Listen, I was a cadet for so long. It's time to take some revenge out.
How long were you a cadet for, Deputy Coyote?
24 days.
That's still less than a month.
I'm kidding, it was only 14 days.
That's only 2 weeks.
Do you know
I
I
was a
learned that
cadet
boss?
for an upsettingly short amount of time.
Reenacting like killing
How long
natives.
were you a cadet for?
It was sheer negligence if you ask me. I was a cadet for 2 days. They then put a gun in one hand and a badge in the other and said, "Good luck in the desert, kid. The Lobos are on the day."
You know, I heard they
That
back.
sounds less like deputization and more like cannon fodder.
Did feel a little like a conscript at the time. Guess they thought I had the hat for it. I was a lot nicer as a deputy.
Going left at the junction.
I was also very respectful and called everybody sir and ma'am.
The last Dutch scene.
Easy. You know the deputies that were hardest on me were
That's
the
so
ones that
strange,
learned
man.
most
That's such a strange reason to cut it.
from. Now I have a vendetta against them all. That was a joke, by the way.
I figured.
They told me when I was a cadet, no jokes allowed.
You ruined the joke.
No
I don't know if you were being serious or not. How am I? I don't. I still don't understand the joke.
Oh, well, that
I don't.
certainly are.
I still don't get it. It's going over my head, man.
Sorry, Diaz, the saddle on your horse is
Oh, okay, I'll take the rear. I'll take the rear.
yeah. Thank you.
Where are we? Oil fields is right there, to my knowledge. Oh, they're right there. My bad.
That's okay. Valentine's.
Every time I blink, my eye hurts, man. Fuck.
Gotta take this poor gentleman over to the church.
I might have to save this kid's life tomorrow, man.
Heartland oil fields.
For the record, Cadet, I'm actually a big fan of a little bit of light comedy. It just depends on pick your audience. Don't be overly familiar, and
Can I add one, Sheriff?
get your timing right. What's that?
Oh, and don't tell your sheriff you love them.
Don't tell your sheriffs you love them. That is also good piece of advice.
You know what's something alarming is the day that Bolton became senior, she told me not to say I love her either.
Poker outranking you just so they can give you that order.
Exactly. Pop, you awfully quiet, senor. What's going on?
I got something in my eye. I've been trying to blink it out for the last hour.
Through the barricades.
To take a break and get back to town, Sullivan.
I genuinely have something in my eye. I don't know. No, I think it's an eyelash or something. I genuinely have something in my eye. It hurts to blink.
I'm thinking of something real sad to flush it out with
Oh,
tears.
so the goal of the rest of this patrol is to make Sullivan cry?
I'm already tearing up. It's in my left eye. I already got fucking fluids coming out of it.
Fluids. I don't know actually.
Eye fluids.
Eye fluids?
They're not tears, they're eye fluids.
Right at this junction.
I'm not experiencing sorrow. I'm just leaking eye fluid.
It like actually hurts, man.
It's a serious medical condition.
Got a fly speck in my eye.
Sheriff Rabbit, have you met a Deputy Jones?
I have indeed.
Fascinating individual.
Yeah, Malone took the Colin and Clockwork, I believe.
Rider ahead.
Rider coming fast. Real fast.
Is he wearing a long black coat?
Coming up behind us.
was wearing a long black coat, yeah.
Huh. Tesoro, what's going on? Tesoro. I have to say, I'm pissed that you're permit. And then I'm pissed that the other guy permit too, man, because there's nobody in the morning anymore. There's nobody in the morning.
Slowing down for town.
I have no partners.
Where are you gonna head?
I'll stay with the cadet while we send a telegram that we're here.
Yeah, please do. I'm just gonna drop this gentleman off at the church.
Until she makes a
I
cadet.
fucking hate shooting people over horse collisions. It's so wasteful.
Hey, wasted a bullet.
But they're real quick on those guns. How's your eye?
It still hurt. I'm gonna go off duty until I fix this.
Okay, fair enough.
Goodbye.
Bye, so.
I know I just got raided, man, but my fucking eye is burning, man. I don't know. I'm gonna fucking wash my eye out, man. Oh, man. Alright, man, I know I just got raided, man, but I'm in actual pain. I'm gonna wash my eyes out, man. You guys, I might come back. Probably not. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys.
I killed a man with a sawed-off gun. I stole his cash.
I'm gonna raid somebody.
If I get caught, they'll hang me.
Every time I look at the sun, man, my eye fucking stings, dude. I'm a little whitey baby, ignore me.
I ran upstate, hid in a mine shack, but they found me out, and they brought me back. A week today, I'm gonna die. An eye for an eye.
Have a good night, guys. Have a good night. 500 pesos for Graham's left toe. I need it for lotion, which I will put into a potion that will be transfixed upon a hex and weaved into a spell. Krugman, man. Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody. Rex, man, have a good night. Who else then? Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night.
But I said no. I wanna take that ride. I wanna hang and judge. I want the senator too.
Please, let's not get kidnapped. I'm about to log off.
But don't cut me loose.
Have a good night, everybody. Oh, this is a cool spot, man. Where am I? I've never seen this spot before, dude.